4, please. The knackered golfist now driving.
When I started, it was in 1931. No one is ever perfect. I tried to perfect it. I never did. I came pretty close, but it gave me great satisfaction. Even in your work, anybody's work, if you do it better, you get a satisfaction inside.
Welcome to the NACA Golfist. I just came across these ancient pieces of history. These are the Hogan Edge forged irons. And I have to say that I've been looking for these for a really long time. I tried to get it out of my J&P Nicholas irons that I got a couple years ago, and then I traded in. And then I tried to get the Greg Norman signature irons that were sort of cavity back blade kind of thing. But the thing that's different about those is that those had different shafts that weren't sort of for that head. And for the Nicholas irons, they had the S300 sort of McGregor kind of dynamic gold shaft, which could have been their own kind of sticker on it instead of it being a regular sort of dynamic gold shaft. And I didn't find those shafts to be very good. I didn't do anything with them. I just kept them in my closet and said, hey, I got Nicholas irons, big deal. But I didn't find those too, I didn't do anything to them. I didn't bend them to my height or anything. And then for the Norman irons, the Cobra Greg Norman signature irons, I reshafted those with a set of rifled 6.5 shafts. And they were good, but they were just really, really heavy. And I found myself extremely tired after those. And I have to say that I haven't been able to play golf in the last few months just because of my job, and it's been difficult to be patient with the COVID rules and whatnot. But I've been looking for these Hogan irons for a really long time, and I finally found a set of them, and they're the Apex 4 shafts. These are the standard, I would think, because you have your head and your shaft combination, and they both work, instead of the head not really matching with the shaft and all this other stuff. And this is when Hogan was alive. These irons are unbelievable. I got them at Play It Again Sports this morning, and I traded them. I traded my Cobra Greg Norman irons for them. And then I went to Ansel Hoffman, and those guys bent these. Anthony Aro from the Ansel Hoffman Golf Shop bent this to my specification. And I would say that since I didn't have a sort of historic set of specs for these irons, I used whatever I found on Google. And I originally thought that if you just bend it to 2 degrees up, you're fine. But he was saying that with your loft, you tend to have a problem with having a gap in your irons, and you end up hitting your 9-iron as far as your 8-iron and that kind of thing. So I hope I don't have a problem with this. I don't really know how far I'm hitting them, but they feel so good. They feel like the way they should have. I had a set of Hogan Apex PCs that had the Apex 3 shafts in them, and I had to that's a long story. I put X300s in them, and they were just, I didn't ever get the feeling of them. But I do have a set of Hogan Apexes from '74 that have the number 4 shaft in them, and those are unbelievable. Those are like cutting through warm butter on a hot biscuit, for a hot biscuit. So I love the detail of these irons. If you ever look inside of the cavity of this Hogan cavity back, you can see little specks of what could be the remnants of the forging process. And they're just so finely detailed. And they're from Fort Worth, Texas. And there's not really any labeling that says Fort Worth on them, but it says Well, my serial number is FA6953, and they all match. So a good thing about these irons is if I ever want to get a 1 iron or a 2 iron, they're probably more available out on eBay or whatever, or clubfinders.com or whatever. And just, you know, find the number 4 shaft and you'd be good. And so I really am glad. These are a man set of clubs, I have to tell you, because you go on YouTube and you look at the Hogan golf commercial kind of thing, where you get a glimpse of what his business was and how he, you know, his skilled craftspeople that worked on these or that made these. Oh man, that guy has unbelievably high standards, and they have them in this club. This club is of the era and for the era. This came out, I think, late 80s, and I would say these are the standard as far as forged cavity backs go. I do have a set of Yonex forged irons. Those are a really good combination with your head and graphite shaft, but this is your head and steel shaft combination, and these really, really work. I do have to say, these are the original grips, and these are still on this club, and they are in pretty good shape. I mean, I had my hands slipped a few times, but these are really, really good. And happy Christmas for me. I was able to find these, so you ever get a chance, these are, I mean, I found these are in really good shape. You know, you find a lot more of them that are knackered out on the the secondhand golf store market. So these would be a really good club for you to hone your skill with if you really want to go to that next level. And then the next level up after this would be to get a set of Hogan Apexes. Those are the forged blades that really help you hone your skill to make a dime spot here on the sweet spot. So I think I'm going to hit a few more of these. These are a really good club, and I really got a bargain on them. And I'm here at the Hagen Oaks driving range, and thanks to the chap at the Ansel Hoffman Golf Shop for working on these so swiftly for me, Anthony Aro. Thank you so much. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thank God it is dry right now and cool. So thank you very much.
No one makes a golf club like we do.